Oh, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It's Dee Dee. How's it going? Good evening, Zon. I saw Ranger. Hello, hello. Oh my god, I'm so glad to be home. Oh, the traffic. I take public transit. The traffic was so bad on the way back that I actually got motion sickness. I have been laying down since like 6 p.m. Like, dislike. 0 out of 10. Come on. My Switch is like, oh my god, you remember I exist? It's like, yes. Yes, I do. Oh, perfect. Capture's still working great. Let's see. Coincidentally, I read... Oh, what is it? Otaku Vampire? Latest manga by the lady who did Kami-sama Kiss. Volume 1's out in English now. It's about a vampire who's an otaku. It's what it says on the tin. But the relationship actually reminds me a fair bit about Shiki and Quid, because Hina the vampire in Otaku Vampire is very pure, very silly, and the boy is rude as hell for no reason. Oh wow. So bear with me while I eat a little bit, cause yeah. I had to let my stomach settle after the motion sickness on the bus. So what did you guys get up to today? Anything exciting? I have one silly tech story to share, if no one's got anything else. Because basically, Boss's boss got a new computer, and for a week she's been trying to get it to turn on, and it wouldn't turn on. And finally, you ran 7 miles? Shush. Watch out for the adrenaline crash. But yeah, so finally, Boss's boss comes to me and she's like, Diana, can you check this for me? Like, I've had it plugged in for a week, and, like, thinking it was the battery or something, and it still won't turn on, so can you just check and make sure and see you can't get it to work before we send it back? And I'm like, sure. Like, by the way, this isn't like a brand new computer. It was once sent from another location. So yeah, I see like a light turn on for a brief second, and I'm like, alright, well, like, it's getting some kind of power, and so then I flip it over to see if I could pop out the battery. Can't pop out the battery, but then I noticed the indicator light beside the charging port was not turned on. So the charger was busted. Whole week, no one thought to try a different charger. Easy fix, but like, yeah, this is... I told Boss's boss, and she's like, I never thought to check that, you're so smart. I'm like... So I dug around, found another charger. Her new computer works. Everyone's happy as a clam. And then, coincidentally, my manager was telling me about someone else's computer that was supposed to be, like, new, sent from another location that was having issues, turning on as well. And so I messaged my boss going, hey, by the way, I just fixed your boss's computer. The charging cable was broken. She just got hers in the mail as well. Maybe if you guys haven't tried swapping the charger on this computer that you're having trouble with, you might want to try that. I never heard back though, but I'm like, I fixed an entire division's problems just going, hey, this light's supposed to be on. It's not on. People struggling for a week to fix computer. Give computer to Diana. Diana fix computer in 2 minutes. No news is good news? Possibly. I mean, work was bananas today because, understandably, since I mentioned before, like, I'm not losing my job. Like, every employee at the apothecary is being transferred to a different department because they're shuttering hours. But understandably, a lot of people have already jumped ship in the past week because they're like, hell no, I don't want to go there. They're like, I don't want to go to a whole different location and do like a slightly different job than the one I'm doing right now. No, I'm out of here. So manager's running one of the apothecary outlets all by herself right now. Because one person said, I'm going on sick leave, bye. And others like, I've got a new job, bye. And the other one's like, yeah, I've called in sick all weekend, now I just outright quit. Not unexpected when you announce that a department is getting closed down, even if everyone's staying employed, but hey, it is what it is. System update switch? No! Oh, okay. Fine, you can do the update. I'll let you update. You're lucky I need you, Switch. Let's see, what else? Oh! The girl, the guy I was into wasn't a guy at all, also known as the Green Yuri manga, finally came out in English. I am very, very happy. I've been a fan of that one for years, because, like, it started out just as, like, comics the artist posted on Twitter. So... your last stream got 500 views, sheesh! Send some of that traffic my way. But yeah, oh my god. Yeah, coincidentally, we also had a meeting today about the merger, and literally, like, I won't go into specific details, because obviously confidential stuff, private information, blah 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 blah. There was one lady, like, I wasn't the official facilitator, but I had to start facilitating because the boss was overwhelmed by all of the stuff coming at her, and it got to a point where, like Michelle! Michelle! I'm just calling this lady Michelle, it's her code name. I'm like, did you complain to the union? I'm like, yes. Like, okay. Let's let this go. This meeting isn't for your conspiracy theories. Like, her whole thing was, there's something sus about this deal. Like, a union would never agree to this. And I'm like, okay, hold. It's like, we were just supposed to come here so we could get more information about what's happening. Because the last meeting only lasted 5 minutes. Like, cool it with your conspiracy theories, please. That's not what the meeting's here for. The disgruntled public could use some chill anime girl in their life, thank you. It's very funny to bring this energy into the workforce, because everyone in this meeting is panicking, and meanwhile I'm here like, I mean, we're stuck waiting to get more information. There's no point getting stressed out right now. Might as well act like it's business as usual, bow bow. I did not say bow bow, but I did say business as usual. My whole motto, bow bow, yeah, my whole motto for stuff tends to be like, if you feel angry, okay, that's valid. Is there anything you can do about the situation right now that's making you angry? Like, is there any action you can take? If the answer is no, process your anger, feel your anger, and then let it go. It's not worth hanging on to. If the anger is something you can take action at, like, you know, you're angry at the grocery store because you see someone being mean to an employee, then you can do something. But if you're just mad because you think this is a dumb idea, well, if you can't think of any action to take, you can't say business as usual without ending it with bow bow. You are so correct. That's why I made that, I quote retweeted with that tweet this morning. I'm like, we're all conditioned now. They totally did Pavlov's dog experiment on us. And we had no idea. Now we're just out here like, oh, shit. Alright, let's... I for one accept our demon dog overlords. Me too. I mean, there are worst bow bows you could have, in my opinion. Alright. Let's... Still fussing around a little bit with capture card stuff. It's been a little bit. This is what happens when you don't use your capture card for a little bit. Like, it works, but I'm not getting audio, which is why I'm like, might have to just re-add it. So let's try that. Hang on. I got a theory. Not a game theory, though. Wait. Aha. Headphones, headphones, headphones. Monitoring device, no headphones. Oh, hang on. Everything's breaking. Just business as usual. Bow, bow. Everything is awesome indeed. Everything is awesome. Hang on. Gonna see one thing. Whoop. I know everything's hidden right now. I re-added everything. Alright, let's see. I can't tell if I could just barely hear it or I'm just delusional now. Hang on. Let me try one thing first. Why is the audio not a... Come on. It says it's active. But that's a lie, there's no sound. Ah! Terrible. Alright. Gonna have to do this the way I don't like, where I actually have to use the program, or, like the Elgato program instead of capturing directly from the capture card. Because I'm not sure what it's doing with itself right now, but it has decided that it is just gonna be a problem child today. So, we press F. Everything is pain. But this is fine, I guess. Sending all the moonbeam power, thank you. Sometimes it do. It just does what it wants. You can't spam, so at best you get 10. That you are correct, unfortunately. Well, fortunately, not fortunately, basically. Thank you for your service. Yes. Da 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 da. Yeah, just no sound coming through from the Switch. Interesting, okay. Or is that... Oh my god, nearly set the Switch controller flying. gotta love the troubleshooting, 'cause I don't know, capture cards are a pain in the butt. Interesting. Well, there's definitely sound from the Switch, so it's not the Switch itself. That's good to know. Do it old school, just hold it up to the mic. Obviously, we're not gonna do that. It's just funny to say. Gotta get that nice crisp audio. Yes. Alright. Unplug all the cables, plug all the cables back in. We got sound! I don't know what I did, apart from plug in all the cables again, but... I fucking hate technology. You guys can hear it, right? That beautiful piano music. I haven't lost it. We hear. Oh, thank God. Perfect. Beautiful. Alright! Took like 44 minutes of scuff, but we here. Oof, my goodness. I was like, I'm gonna add. I'm gonna delete the capture in OBS. I'm gonna re-add it. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. DD technology extraordinaire. This was my hubris for talking about how I've instantly fixed computer issues in like 2 minutes at work. They're like, we're gonna humble the shit out of you. Time to barrage her with questions. Ah, yes. So, Ark came over to our house last time, and she's like, hi, I'm Shiki's girlfriend. Sorta. What a perfect expression to start with, right? So... Wait, can I only... I can only select 1 and 3. 2 is not an option. Do I not have enough courage for 2? I see. But yeah, she came over, she talked in a very roundabout way that made Akiha think we did horrible, horrible things to her. Which we sort of did, but... Sure. I need to know more about vampires, the sire, and their zombie minions. I'll ask more about their hierarchy.
地味なとこついてくるのね。
Well, sorry.
地味で悪かったな。何事も基礎からだって言ったのはお前だ。
Nailed it.
お、さすが人力だけでピラミッドを建てちゃう霊長類。堅実かつ誠実ね。
Alright. Let's bring you down a little arc now that we know the sound actually works.
いいわ。じゃあ今夜は吸血鬼講座中級編。吸血鬼社会の仕組みについてお話ししましょう。
Time for the intermediate course, Vampire Society! Is the whiteboard gonna come out again? I don't really feel like taking this class, but I'm the one who asked in the first place. I'm to be a good student and listen carefully to Miss Arclede's lecture.
とは言っても、その発生から話すと長すぎるから、ここは私たちの敵。使徒に話を限定するわね。
The teacher that skips half the syllabus because she's like, this shit's boring. Let's get to the good stuff.
使徒の大部分が古いタイプの吸血鬼で、その生殖、繁殖の仕方は血を吸って仲間を増やすこと。
Most dead apostles are the older type of vampire, and the way they reproduce or propagate, maybe, is by drinking blood. Oh my god, asexual reproduction!
これはもう説明するまでもない？
ああ、上司としもべだろ。一人の支配者と大勢の働きありなんだよな。
Oh my god!
その働きありに種類があるわ。
Where the fuck did she get this? Okay. Swallow my mouth full of food before we continue, or I will die. The whiteboard made sense when they were in the hotel room. It's like, it's a little weird for a high-class hotel to have a whiteboard in the room, but you know, not that weird. Now she's like, we're hanging out in the park. Here's my prop.
前にも話したけど、こういう改定。
I told you once before, but I'll go over the ranks again. Ah, yeah, here we go. First Tsukihime stream in like 3 weeks, and we get a lecture.
まず1改定。死者。
Zombies.
自立できず、親の命令通りに動く操り人形。命令がなければ死体のまま放置され、死に至る。
Zombies blindly follow their master's orders, absent of any will of their own.
要は下級兵士ね。ただ血を吸われて血を送られただけのもの。私たちが死者と呼んでいるものの一つ。
They're the first of what we call the dead. Yay for the dead, Shaun of the Dead.
次に2改定。死期。
Okay.
意志はあるものの明確な思考はできない生前の姿を擬態している死者。
Okay, okay.
親の魔力で腐敗こそしないものの中身は完全に崩壊している。
They don't rot, but their insides are jelly.
脳が腐り出しているから本能で血肉を求める分一海底の死者より凶暴。あえて言うなら兵士かな。これも死者ね。
Their brains are decaying, so they seek out blood on instinct alone. Basically what most zombie movies would classify zombies.
3回転不死
Undead?
ここから
Okay.
ようやく吸血鬼と呼べる程度の生き物になるかな
This is when you start calling them vampires. Alright, rank 3.
生きる屍アンデッド生前ほどの思考能力はないものの自分だけで人間生活を偽装できる
While they don't have the same cognitive abilities they had while alive, they're able to mimic human behaviors on their own. Okay?
一度死んでから脳を再構成した上級兵士日光も平気よただし防腐処理はこまめにしないとあっさり正体が露見する
They're elite infantry, brain reconstructed, handle sunlight. Oh, but they go back to rotting though. The
死者と呼ばれる
ghouls.
カテゴリーはここまでね
The ghouls apparently are kept from rotting. But I guess the undead, because they move around on their own without their master's input, they have less magical energy, so they rot. I see. These dead things have their own ranks too. I guess as they get higher in rank, they go from being regular corpses to moving ones. Though, I'm curious about something.
その海底分けはともかく、死者とか式とか名前分けって誰がしたんだ
Ranking system aside, who came up with these names anyway? You?
おあいにくさまこういうのは大抵教会の仕事よ便利だから使っていたら魔術世界の常識になっただけ
Sorry to disappoint you, but the church decided most of them. Eventually, the world of Magecraft adopted the names out of convenience.
問題は教会内部の誰がこれを広めたかなんだけどま、それはどうでもいいか
The question is who in the church popularized the terms, though I guess that doesn't really matter. Kotamine Kirei, the man that you are. No, I'm kidding. I'm trying to think of what the oldest type moon figure in the church is. I mean, slight spoilers, it might be Xian? Well, you guys will just have to play her route to find out, cause we can't stream that one! Ah! The little drawing in the
次は問題
corner!
点野族
She drew a little self-portrait. Rank next is rank 4, Nightkin.
生前のパーソナリティを維持したまま吸血鬼見習いとして活動する不死者
They're undead who kept the personalities they had while they were alive and basically act as apprentice vampires. Okay?
人間離れした身体能力を持つ代わりに極度の冷えと渇きを覚えるいわば下級騎士半人前の吸血鬼ね
exchange for inhuman power, they suffer from all-consuming cold and thirst. So what's love in Nightkin?
6回転以上のものが獲物を丁寧に少しずつ吸血していくと犠牲者はこの海底の吸血鬼からスタートする日光を浴びると貧血になる程度でまだ焼かれはしない
For rank... Yes, so rank 6 or above feed slowly enough, their victims will start as a vampire of this rank. They'll get anemic symptoms from sunlight, but it won't burn them.
魔術世界において人と呼べるのはこの海底までなんだとか
This is where the world of Magecraft will stop considering them a person.
吸血鬼見習いつまりもう死者じゃない
Apprentice vampires, so they're not counted as one of the dead?
ええ、4回転に達した吸血鬼はもう親元から離れても生きていける。親元から見れば物から生き物になったぐらいの感覚だそうよ。
Nope. Starting with rank 4, vampires can survive away from their sire. This is where also the rank where, in the sire's eyes, victims graduate from things to beings. Oh, well, that's nice.
この4回転になれるのは1000人中1人の割合。
1 in 1,000. That's rare. But the fact that they have those statistics means there are tens of thousands of like the undead ghouls and zombies.
次に5回転、山。
Nightmares.
4回転の深度に加え、その血液に宿った呪いによって親元、あるいは個人に起因する異能を発揮できるようになる。
Okay, nightmares have the strength of rank 4, but through the curse in their blood, they're able to use special powers, which can be either innate or originate from their sire.
上級騎士、一人前の吸血鬼ね。
Nightmares are high-ranking elites, fully developed
で、
vampires.
最後の6回転、使徒。
Dead apostles.
完全に吸血師として自立。吸血、侵食によって子を作ることもできるけど、6回転以上の子は作れない。
Cannot create anything above rank 5. Okay.
成り上がり者の限界ね。あえて言うなら城塞かな。この町に救っている吸血鬼はこの海底。親としてしもべを作り、村を食い物にする災害よ。
The vampire here in town is of this rank, okay?
以上が使徒における身分制度。何か気になった点はある？
ブローブはどの海底だったんだ？
Love was...
もちろん6回転、使徒よ。あいつの場合、そこから飛び級をしてしまったけど、それはまた別の時にでも。
Lucky for him, he got to skip a grade.
じゃあもう一つ、こっちが本題。
What I'm really curious about, alright?
身分制度って言ったけど、それを決めるのは誰？いや、なんだ？吸血鬼は血を吸って仲間を増やすなら、どうしてこうもあり方が違うんだ？
いいところに気がついたわね。
Thank you.
それが使徒の最大の欠点。いえ、特徴かな。
Greatest weakness, or rather, their defining characteristic.
使徒に血を吸われた人間は誰もが吸血鬼になるわけじゃないし、使徒は誰をも吸血鬼にするわけでもない。
Ah, interesting. So it's selective? Not all humans who have their blood sucked by dead apostles turn into vampires. And dead apostles don't turn just anyone into vampires.
しもべ作りと食事は別。
Creating minions and feeding are two separate
血
things.
を吸われただけなら人間は人間として死ねるわ。
If a human just has their blood drained, they'll die as a human.
けれどその時、使徒の血を送られると人間は血に支配され死亡する。その後に吸血鬼として神聖し呪われていく。
But if you give them a dead apostle's blood at that moment, they'll die after being dominated by that blood. Then they'll come back to life as a vampire, fully
この
cursed.
海底はその呪いの深度を表したものなの。
The different ranks represent the depths of that curse.
じゃあ、さっきの男は殺された後に蘇ったんじゃなくて、初めから吸血鬼にするために親元に殺されたのか。
So that man from before didn't die and then happened to get brought back. He was killed by his sire explicitly to turn
え
him.
え。でもしもべを作るのだって簡単じゃないわ。吸血鬼は簡単に家族を増やせない。
It's not easy making minions either. A vampire can't just sire a coven all at once.
1回転の死者なら殺した後に血を送って無理やり兵士にしてしまえばいい。
If you want to make a rank 1 zombie, all you have to do is give some blood and force them into being a soldier.
けど2回転以上の吸血鬼を増やすには犠牲者自身の才能適性が必要になってくる。
Once you get to rank 2 and above, you have to start worrying about your victim's individual strengths. They need the right aptitude.
適性って何？
吸血種の血に抗える免疫力かな。
Aptitude? Sufficient immunity to vampiric blood. Oh, so there are people who get bit and don't get turned? Like in The Last of Us?
大抵の人間は適性がない。だから吸血鬼の血を送り込まれると、その吸血鬼が持つ特性にあっさり支配される。死んだ後も働かされる病気みたいなものね。
Most humans can't handle it. That's why the majority can be forced to adopt a vampire's traits with just some blood. It's like a disease that causes a person's body to move after death.
でも、それだと上質のしもべとは呼べない。親元としては自分の力だけで自立してもらわないと困るのよ。働きアリを動かすたびに自分の痴漢を使っていたら、それこそ本末転倒でしょ。
That doesn't make for a very good servant. For a sire, underlings who can think and act on their own are far more ideal. More time spent giving orders means less time for yourself, you know? Can't argue with that. She did mention that vampires are usually sleeping in their coffins. Apparently, those that have lived a long time aren't very economical in their energy usage, which is why they need a way to gather blood without expending their own resources. If they have to spend energy to command their helpers, it defeats the entire purpose of having them.
適性がある人間は吸血鬼の呪いに抵抗できる。
Humans with the right aptitude are able to resist the vampire's curse.
その後は本人の生存力ね。吸血鬼の血に負けて絶命するか、これに打ち勝って吸血鬼として申請するか。
After that, it's all up to their ability to survive, whether they'll let themselves loose to that vampire's blood or be reborn as a vampire in their own right.
この町で遺体として見つかっているのは、適性はあったけど、そのまま絶命した人間よ。
The bodies that have been found around town are those who had some aptitude but still died.
結果的にただ殺された遺体になって路上に放置される。死者たちは殺された後に自分で動き出すけど、死者になれなかった遺体はそのままでしょ。
Ultimately, they end up as corpses that get left behind where they were killed. If you become a living dead, you just get up and move. But if you fail to turn, you're not exactly going anywhere soon.
そうか。あのゾンビになったら遺体は残らないもんな。
Oh, if the victim becomes a zombie, then there's no body to find.
そういうこと。ニュースに上がっている犠牲者たちはむしろレアケースね。生地適性があったから目をつけられ、結果的に人間として死亡した。
Bingo. The victims that made the news are actually the minority. They were attacked because they were thought to have the right aptitude, but they ended up dying as humans.
適性を持つ人間は100人に1人ぐらい。その中でも送り込まれた異物に適応できて耐えきれた者だけが4回転以上の吸血鬼になる。
About 1 in 100 humans possess that aptitude. And then, only those who are able to withstand the foreign blood become vampires of rank 4 and
吸
above.
血鬼はよくネズミ講だなんて言われるけど、血を送れば誰でも子にできるわけじゃない。実際には時代とともに吸血鬼と呼べるものは減っているのが現状よ。
Vampires get a bad rep as a pyramid scheme? Now there's a sentence. Vampires often get a bad rep as a pyramid scheme, but it's not like they can turn anyone they want just with some blood. They're actually becoming less common as time goes on. I remember what Arquaid said about how it's hard for vampires to sire more kin. Vampires must think of their minions and their offspring differently. The zombies that Arquaid disposed of earlier was nothing more than a minion.
じゃあ さっきの男はとっくの昔に殺されていて、自分でもわからないまま吸血鬼の言う通りに働いてたのか。
Then the man from before died a long time ago and was working for the vampire without realizing it?
自分でもわからないは海底によるわね。
Excuse me. Some ranks don't realize what's happening.
1海底なら自動人形に過ぎないけど、3海底なら脳は生きているし、彼らは自分がどういう生き物になったのかを理解した上で吸血鬼に従っている。自分から進んで人間たちを殺して親元に血を送っているのよ。
Rank 3 and above have functioning brains, kill of their own accord, and serve their master.
いや、それは違うだろう。
That can't be right.
いきなり殺されて気がついたら動く死体にされてるんだ。そんなの無理やりやらされているに決まってる。
You can't project your own ideals onto someone, Shiki.
前にもいたわね。そういう風に命乞いしてきた死者。
I've heard some of the dead say things to that effect while begging for their lives.
逆らったら殺される。命令されてやっていただけ。
That they'd be killed if they rebelled. That they were just following orders.
つまり自分が死にたくないから人間を殺しているってことよね。これって自分から進んで殺しているのと何が違うの？
In other words, they kill because they don't want to die themselves. How is that different from killing of their own
い
accord?
や、それは。
Oh. Yeah, don't got an answer for that, do ya?
意識が残っている死者たちは決まって自由がない。こうするしかなかったと訴えるわ。
The dead, who are still self-aware, insist that they had no choice, that they had to do what they did.
でも主に逆らって死ぬ自由は残っている。なのに人間を殺す方を選んだのだから、彼らは自分から進んでかつて同族だった生き物を殺していると思うんだけど。
But that's wrong. They have the option of resisting their master and dying. Yet, instead, they choose to murder excuse me, they choose to murder those who were once their own kin just to save themselves.
まあ、どちらにせよ使徒に連なる者はみんな殺すから、私は気にしないけど。
Though, it doesn't make much difference to me in the end, since I'll kill anyone connected to a dead apostle. I've got nothing to say in response. Arquade is right. What she says makes complete sense. But it's the logic of a vampire, of a powerful being. Humans don't have the privilege of living that justly, or of seeing things in black and white.
それともう一つ訂正。しもべだって親には逆らえるのよ。
Let me make this clear. A vampire's minions are free to defy
使徒
it.
と呼ばれる吸血鬼はしもべたちに自由意志を与えている。いつか自分に逆らい挑むように。
The
グ
dead,
ローブもそうやって親を殺して使徒になった吸血鬼だもの。
the dead apostles give them free will so that one day they'll rise up against them. That's how Vlav became a dead apostle himself, by killing his sire.
いい？覚えておいてシキ。
You should remember this, Shiki.
使徒に分類される吸血鬼はね、人間が大好きなの。
Vampires that can be classified as dead apostles love
いい
humans.
え、人間的なものが大好きなの。だからいくらでも残酷になれる。あなたたちはこの星で一番、いえ、
Damn.
唯一苦しめるために命を消費できる生き物だから。
Or maybe I should say they love human qualities. That's why they can be so utterly cruel. You're the species on this planet best suited to causing suffering for suffering's sake. You're the only one, in fact. Human qualities like intelligence and emotion, I guess. It's like Arquid said, humans can't comprehend the death of an inanimate object. And so on the flip side of that, inanimate objects and animals can't comprehend the death of a human. Then, the death of emotion and the suffering of the mind are pleasures only humans can enjoy.
苦しめるために自由を残しておくっていうのか。
They give them free will just so they can torture them?
わかんないな。吸血鬼ってのはどうしてそんなことをするんだよ。無駄すぎる。
What do they get out of
悪
it?
すぎるだろ。
They're messed up. That's all you need.
そうね。吸血鬼が悪趣味なのは認めるわ。
I won't pretend that vampires don't have warped
でも
tastes.
それは使徒に限った話よ。初めから吸血種だった者はあまりそういうことはしないもの。
But that's only dead apostles. Those who were vampires from the start usually don't do stuff like that. Those who were vampires from the start?
そういえば言ってたな。吸血鬼には2種類あるって。
Come to think of it, you did mention that there's two types of vampires.
初めから吸血鬼のものと人間から吸血鬼になったもの。
Correct.
その人間から吸血鬼になった奴らが使徒ってことなのか。
Mm-hmm.
まあそうね。
In a word, yes.
魔術の果てに不老になった者か、神祖に血を吸われてしもべとなった者とがいるわ。
Or those who had their blood sucked by a true ancestor and were turned into their servant.
シキ、あなたはさっき殺した人間を刺激するのが悪趣味だと言ったけど、それでもまだマシな方なのよ。中にはもっと理解不能な遊びを考案する人もいるんだから。
Shiki, you may not like that they're using people like the man we saw, but it could be a lot worse. You couldn't imagine the things some dead apostles do for fun.
遊びって、遊びで人間を殺してその死体をおもちゃにしてるっていうのか。
Or, well, that might be the least of your worries.
否定はしないわ。
Well, you're not wrong.
使徒にとって娯楽は呼吸と同じことなのよ。
In the mind of a dead apostle, amusement is as necessary as breathing.
人間という短命種でありながら、不完全ながらも不老不死に近づいた彼らにとって最大の敵は退屈だった。
After going from a mortal life to something nearing immortality, as imperfect as it is, their greatest enemy becomes boredom.
もともと私たちと違って目的がないくせに不老不死になった彼らは、不老不死を手に入れた瞬間にあらゆる物欲がなくなってしまった。
Since, unlike us, they attained immortality without any specific purpose, they lose most of their worldly desires the moment they get what they want.
目的が不老不死だったんだから仕方がないといえば仕方がないんだろうけど。
Their ultimate goal was immortality, so I guess it's only natural.
なんだそれ。退屈だから遊びたいなんてふざけたことは言わないでくれ。
Oh yeah, it is stupid, but you do some crazy things when you're bored.
だいたいさ、年も取らないで死にもしないって言うんならもうそれで十分じゃないか。他の
だからそれで十分になってしまったのよ、彼らは。
That's just the thing, it was enough.
けれどそれでは存在の意味がない。
But then they lost their reason for living.
自らを無価値と停止した生命と認識した知性体はそこで存在の価値がなくなってしまう。
But conscious of their own worthlessness, of their halted lives, the act of living lost all purpose.
彼らはだんだんと摩耗していく自身を恐れ、進んで娯楽を作ることにした。生きているんだって、自分たちはまだ楽しみがあるんだって自らを弁護するように。それが貴族の発端よ。
That was the genesis of the aristocracy.
彼らは人間の真似事をして自分を上司に見立てて勢力を広げていくゲームを始めたわ。
Jesus. So they started a game to see which king could get the biggest castle.
ありていに言ってしまえば死者の王国ね。思いのほかそれは彼らにとって刺激的だったみたい。
Kingdoms of the dead, to put it bluntly. Of all things, that's the pastime they found most stimulating.
言ったでしょ、彼らは人間の真似事をしてるって。
I told you, didn't I? They're just mimicking
使
humans.
徒は娯楽のために自らが吸い殺した人間に自らの血を分け与える。
For the sake of their own amusement, they give their blood to humans they've
死
killed.
体は何万分の1という確率をくぐり抜けて成長し、いずれ親を殺して自らが新しい使徒になる。
Fewer than 1 in 10,000 are able to beat the odds, ascend through the ranks, kill their master, and become a new dead apostle.
騎士が武君を立てて君主となり、
Knights become lords through distinguished
やが
service.
て王を落とすように。彼らもそういうゲームでもしなければ存在してられないの。
Then, they depose their former rulers. Without this game, they couldn't bear to live.
悪魔的なるものの存在の軽さかな。
Maybe that's just a sign of how lightly these demons view existence.
たとえ不老不死だとしても、存在意義がなければ空気と変わらないんだもの。
They may be undying and unaging, but without that nasal death, they may as well be dust in the wind. Earthquake shrugs her shoulders like she can't believe how stupid it all is. She may be one of them, but it seems she doesn't share their tastes. Dun dun dun! Alright. I know Outbreak just finished, but we were in the middle of a scene, so I didn't want to pop away just then. I'm gonna go refill my water and stuff, and then we will be right back to continue some more, so hold on tight. Whoop. I'm back. Onwards. While they were talking, Midnight snuck up on them. Gasp. Oh. I was trying to use my mouse to click. I'm like, why isn't it advancing? Duh.
もう日付が変わっちゃうね。もったいないけど、そろそろ休んでもらわないと。
俺ならまだ元気だけど。
それはシキがそう思ってるだけよ。今夜はここでお別れにしましょう。どうせまた明日には会えるんだから。
She's like, you're a clingy boyfriend already? Terrible.
明日って、ちょっと待て。待ち合わせ場所とかどうするんだよ。おい。
ここでいいよ。時間は10時頃がちょうどいいかな。おやすみなさい、シキ。また明日、ここでね。
There's no stopping her. After offering a cheerful wave, she departs.
No.
Sorry, there's ice in my drink. The mind wants to complain, but the heart just isn't in it. She may be trouble, but even more than that, she's cute. Soup!
なんだよ、今の顔。
What was with that expression? She's dangerous. How could I ever miss our plans if she's going to look at me like that? When the cute girl says something, we do it. I make it back to the mansion. Not a single light brightens the building. The door isn't locked.
翡翠、ちゃんと開けててくれたんだ。
I guess he sweetly left it open for me. I let out a grateful sigh, so as to not wake anyone. I end up tiptoeing to my room. Another sigh, this time from relief, escapes as I settle onto the bed. Arquette was right. My body is thoroughly exhausted. It feels like the mattress is sucking me in. Still lying down, I let out a massive breath. Again, I'm working with Arquette. Fate just keeps dragging me back into her blast radius.
でも仕方ないじゃないか。放っておけなかったんだから。
But what choice do I have? Could it just let her be? Or maybe I don't want to. Maybe it's both, huh? Maybe it's both. Maybe I'm drawn to her, to all her beauty and all her inhumanity. How stupid of me. I've already killed once with these hands, so what am I losing my mind over? The whole reason I'm even touching this vampire hunting business is for the city I call home. I don't want to die. So I have to help out.
そうだ。それ以外。
Yeah. That's all there is to it. It's not good to lie to yourself, sir. I close my eyes. Glasses off. Sleep takes me over. A giant hand pulling my body and my consciousness into a deep darkness. Whatever happens, I'll be fighting alongside her again. Right now, I should just get ready for tomorrow. Save progress! Chapter 8, Mystic Eyes of Death Perception 2. And so, it is day 8. Not sure how many days there is. Visual novels seem to usually take place over, like, at most a month. But I feel like Tsukihime is one of those where so much happens, but it's in a short time span. Interesting flashback. The estate was our playground back then. A forest as deep and vast as the ocean. A house that looked more like a castle. Each day, a new adventure would unfold in our kingdom. There was so much to explore. And every day was fun. I had no idea that we'd ever grow up. Doing the same things day in and day out, but never getting bored. We were just children, playing and yelling like puppies. Bow, bow! We got along well. We were regular partners in crime. Akiha was always there when I looked for her. I would wave at her, and she'd get all embarrassed and hide. Yeah, the same as always. The estate was our playground back then. Forest as deep and vast as the ocean. House that looked more like a castle. I'm getting some deja vu here. Each day, a new adventure would unfold in our closed little world. There was so much to explore. They changed it. It used to be a kingdom. I wake from a peaceful slumber. The morning light pulled me from my deep sleep. My dream. I feel like I dreamed of something from a long time ago. Those horrendous things assault my vision when I open my eyes. My head feels like it's going to split open at the temples. It's a clear day. The sun bathes the garden in such a vivid light that I can even spot it from my bedroom. Rays of achingly bright sunlight illuminate every nook and cranny of my surroundings. Oof, my glasses. I try to extend my hand to take them from beside my pillow, but notice something strange. There's no sensation in my arms or legs. I can clearly think of what I want them to do. but the signal doesn't seem to reach. It's like I've got locked-in syndrome. I don't think that's what it's called. I think that's sleep paralysis. Locked-in syndrome sounds like you have problems, locking in. I suffered the time in silence, unable to even close my eyelids. The sunlight begins to soften. Feeling returns to my arms and legs. Taking a deep breath, I finally managed to get my glasses to seal away that sight. Exhaling, I free myself from the bed's confines at last. That was nothing of note. No, of course not. Getting sleep paralysis is totally normal. Spoilers, it's not. It happened all the time during my stay in the hospital. Whenever I was exhausted, my visions would go blurry and my limbs would become paralyzed. My appetite would totally disappear too. This is just what happens if I spend too much time looking at things with my naked eyes. You know, buddy? I'm kinda worried about you. Are you sure you're, like, human still? He doesn't seem to be a vampire, but I don't know. I don't know, something don't seem right here. But this time was different. I think I could see them more clearly than I used to. The lines on buildings have always seemed thin to me. It's rare for them to be that distinct. What was once just a lingering headache now feels like I took a bullet to the brain. Ow! Sorry to hear that. You're not supposed to survive that. I remember when Master once told me. She said my eyes could end up attracting unpleasant things. Arquette also said not to use my eyes too much. That doing so would destroy my mind. Well, that could explain why you weren't able to move your limbs or anything. Your brain literally took psychic damage. This is what I get for involving myself with vampires. Not only do I have to face danger when I fight them, but now I've invited danger into my everyday life. Though, there's no use dwelling on it. I knew this was going to happen when I decided to help. Yeah, I can handle this much at least. Sitting around and doing nothing wouldn't be productive anyway. There's no stopping until Soya is free of vampires. I'm only helping her because I want to protect Akiha and the other people I care about. Alright, I quickly get out of bed, trying to clear my head of any unpleasant thoughts. I should get changed and thank Hisui for last... Huh? I'm gonna think of it. Hisui isn't here. It's a little after 7. Hisui would usually be here to wake me up. I wonder if she overslept. But my theory is swiftly revoked when I notice there's a change of clothes prepared on my desk. Maybe she had something more important to do. I'm curious about what might have diverted her attention, but it's really none of my business. There's not much time to spare, so I'll just get into my uniform and head downstairs. Oop! Oh, memories of yesterday's events hit me the moment I opened the door. Sometimes I amaze even myself. The fact that I managed to forget all about something that's disastrous as yesterday has me generally concerned for my own well-being. Though worries about my mental health can wait until after surviving what comes next. I stand there at the open door, frozen like a sculpture, and unable to venture inside. Meanwhile, in the parlor, Akiha is seated on the sofa, just like she was last night. Kohaku is standing behind her as usual. Up until now, Akiha has always greeted me with a "Good morning, Shiki." But today, she won't even look in my direction. Needless to say, this is all because I left last night without explaining anything about our quid. It's almost like she's just lounging, but animosity is radiating from every pore. You could cut the tension with a knife.
おはようございます、シキさん。
Good morning, Shiki. Kohaku to the rescue.
朝ごはんの前にお茶にいたしますか?
Would you like a cup of tea before breakfast? Guess Kohaku doesn't have to worry about any of this.
おはよう、琥珀さん。お茶はまた落ち着いた時に。
Morning, Kohaku. I'll save the tea for another time. I returned Kohaku's greeting and entered the parlor properly. Akiha side-eyes me as I timidly cross the room. Can't let myself cave to her silent intimidation. It's times like these when a person's resourcefulness is truly put to the test. I should... Greet her with plenty of cheer just feels like we'd get a snippy reaction. Just say hi already? Would get us a snippy reaction, but it might get conversation going. Apologize immediately, things would go south, I think. So let's just go with 2. Bold as my thoughts are, I've never seen Akiha look quite this intense before. I'll have to choose my words very carefully if I don't want her to use them against me. They should convey the fact I've reflected upon my actions.
おはよう、アキハ。今朝も早いんだな。
Good morning, Akiha. I see you're up early again. I greet her as quietly and as delicately as possible.
昨夜の一件が尾を引いてしまって、一睡もできませんでしたから。
Indeed, I couldn't sleep a wink after last night's occurrences.
でも新鮮な体験ができました。辛抱と困惑が頂点を過ぎると、少し愉快な気持ちになってくるなんて。
Though it was quite an interesting experience when endurance and bewilderment have reached their breaking point. They bring about a certain euphoria. Who knew? Aha, she's quietly fuming, it would seem. No amount of smooth talking is going to get me out of this.
そうか。睡眠不足は良くないよな。些細なことでも気が立って落ち着かないだろうし。
Oh my god. Oh, it's no good to let yourself get sleep deprived. I bet if you stopped sweating the little things so much, you'd sleep much better.
それじゃあ俺は朝食があるから食堂に行くよ。
Anyway, it's time for breakfast, so I really should get going. I turn to make my swift retreat.
お待ちなさい、兄さん。
Damn. The voice is enchantingly powerful. My heart just about froze with the rest of me. Low battery?
なんでしょうか、秋葉さん。
Oh no! I thought I charged these. My bad. Yes? Whatever could it be? I tried going for a charming tone. But it seems my attack has no effect.
食事の前に話があります。どうぞ、ソファーに座ってください。
Take a seat on the sofa? No, thank you. No, thank you. My charging grip is on the other side of the room, so I am just gonna grab the ones from the Switch, because why not? Always gotta have the backups. Correct. I thought to myself that I should check all of the Switch equipment beforehand, but once I got home and I was motion sick, I was like, nah. Come on. There. Gotta live on the edge sometimes, correct. Please take a seat on the sofa. Rest in peace. Her tone makes it apparent that resistance is futile. I've dug my own grave, and I do believe this may be my last day on Earth. Now that flight is off the table, my only option is to fight. Oh no.
できる限り手短に頼む。
Fine, though I'd appreciate it if we could make this quick. I quietly sit down on the sofa across from Akiha. Kohaku prepares a cup of tea for me as I do. She's giving off a positive vibe that helps cheer me on just a tad. Of course, Akiha may be the head of the family, but she's still my little sister. I don't think this will be totally one-sided. I take a sip of my tea and meet Akiha's gaze.
それで、どんな話？
What is it you want to talk about?
昨夜の女性と成功なされたのですか？
She just straight up asks. Did you have sexual relations with that woman from last night? Eesh! I'm lucky I didn't burn myself. Akiha's first pitch was an unbelievable fastball. I thought I was going to choke on my tea for a second.
兄さん、私の話を聞いてます？
Oh, he definitely heard you. Just calm the frick down for a second.
聞いてるよ。よく聞こえてる。
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
それでは答えてください。
Then, please answer my question. Let him recover from nearly choking first.
昨夜の女性についてできる限り正確に、嘘偽りなく、私を決して怒らせない範囲で詳しく。
But tread carefully, why?
その条件だと何も口にすることができない。
Then you're asking the impossible.
私を怒らせないでと忠告したはずですが。
I warned you to tread carefully, did I not? Wait, so that was a warning?
いや、無理難題の匂いがプンプンしてきたな。
How am I supposed to answer when this feels like a trick question?
なんです？声が小さくて聞こえません。もっとはっきりおっしゃってください。
What was that? You're mumbling. Speak up.
一体あの女の方は兄さんにとってどのような方なんですか？
Just what is your relationship with that woman?
どうと言われても協力関係というか友達のような。
We're partners?
というか
Or maybe more like friends at this point?
夜中に出かけるほどのご友人なんですね。
What do you know, Akiha? You don't even have friends.
ええ、私だって兄さんが将来どなたと関係を持とうと意見する気はありませんけど、兄さんはまだ学生でしょ。遠野家の長男がそのどこのものともわからない女性と夜な夜な相引きをしているだなんて、そんな恥知らずなことは慎むべきではないでしょうか。
Just say you're jealous. So that's what my relationship with Arquaid looks like to her.
待て、アキハ。まず初めに言っておくと、俺とあいつはそういう関係じゃない。
Wait, let me explain. We don't have that kind of relationship.
俺はあいつの探し物に手を貸してるだけで、用が済んでしまえばもう二度と会わない関係なんだよ。
I'm only helping her look for something. When she finds it, I'll never see her again.
その割には随分と親しそうでしたけど、それは私の気のせいだと言うんですね。
Yes! You can be wrong, Akiha!
あの方とはあくまで一時的な損得だけの関係だと。
Akiha's gaze is ice cold. All I'd have to do is say yes, and that would be the end of this conversation. But something is holding me back. It's true that we're both getting something out of our partnership. But I also don't want to admit that that's all there is
それ
to
は
it.
その親しくはないけど、損得だけで手を貸してるわけじゃないというか。
でしょうね。今まで見たこともないほどの慌てようでしたから。何事も真剣になってくれない兄さんが感情をあらわにするなんて、どういう風の吹き回し。
そこまで慌ててないし、白状でもない。あいつがうちに来るなんて思ってもいなかったから驚いただけだ。
I mean, I think that's flustered.
そうですか。あの女の方は落ち着いた様子で兄さんのことをずっと待っていま
Is
したけ
that
ど。
so? She seemed quite patient as she waited for you. She gives me a sidelong glance, obviously trying to imply something. Looks like Akiha is fully convinced that Arquaid and I are
あ
dating.
のな、アキハ。勘違いもそこまでにしてくれ。
Akiha, please don't misunderstand the situation.
そもそも俺とあいつが知り合ったのは、
I only even met her because I killed her. I stopped myself before the truth slips out. There's no reason for Akiha to know, and it's not like she'd believe me anyway. Though I also can't think of another explanation. All I can manage is some half-hearted mumbling.
答えられないのでしたら質問を変えましょうか。
Okay.
先ほどから兄さんはあいつあいつと繰り返していますが、あの女性のお名前は？
名前はアルクエイドだけど。
そうですか。ということはお知り合いになったのは学校ではありませんね。兄さんの高校には留学生はいませんから。
I mean, yes. Akiha is right. We don't have any exchange students, but why does she even know that?
それで兄さんはあのような方と一体どこで知り合ったんです？
街で知り合ったんだよ。その偶然。
Just in town. It was a coincidence.
偶然ですか。ではアルクエイドさんの方から声をかけてきたんですね。
She initiated contact?
ああ。
No, that was me.
声をかけ。
If by initiated contact you mean murdered in cold blood, she tracked me down after that, but I'm the one who started it.
どうして声をかけたんです？
Why did you reach out to her? Akiha, it's none of your fucking business.
兄さんはアルクエイドさんとは何もないのに。それとも初めはそういうおつもりだったんですか？
I don't like her. I don't like Akiha. Akiha's interrogation is mercilessly precise. With every question, she's closing in on the truth. She's got me like a deer in the headlights. If it goes any further, I won't be able to lie my way out of it. It sucks to do this way, but I don't have any other choice. I have to end this in whatever way I can.
ああ、もうとにかくあいつとは何でもない。
There's nothing going on between us, okay?
大体な、俺が何をしようがアキハには関係ないだろ。
Even if there was, it wouldn't be any of your business.
どうせ形だけの長男なんだから、誰と付き合ったところで遠野家に迷惑はかけないはずだ。
I may be the eldest, but it's not like I'm actually part of the family. So I don't see how what I would do. Oh god, let's try that again. I am channeling it Shiki too hard. I am too annoyed to speak. So I don't see how what I... Wait, did they just typo it? So I don't see how what I... Oh, it's just a really awkward sentence. Alright. It's technically grammatically correct, just really awkward. So I don't see how what I do would affect our standing or whatever. It's cowardly to use being disowned as my argument, but I can't think of any other way to get Akiha to back off. Akiha narrows her eyes for a moment, then takes a deep breath as she stands. Hi, Luna! I think we might be about to die. That's weird. I was expecting another sharp-tongued retort, but instead she looks away.
私だってこんなことは言いたくありません。
I don't want to have to say this either.
ただ、あの人は嫌な感じがするんです。他の相手なら仕方がないと諦めます。けれど、兄さんがあの人に気を許すのなら、なんだか私がバカみたいじゃないですか。
But there's something unpleasant about that woman. If it were anyone else, I would submit that you are correct. But where does it leave me if this is who you'll open up to? For some reason, Akiha bites her lip in frustration as she speaks.
どうしたんだ、アキハ。なんかおかしいぞ。
What's with you? This doesn't seem like you at all.
もういいです。兄さんは兄さんのなさりたいよう。ご自由になさってください。
Eh? You could just outright say you're worried that we're getting ourselves involved with the wrong crowd? B? You can admit you're jealous, but B's asking a lot. Akiha exits the parlor with uncharacteristically heavy steps.
もう、四季さん、今のはひどいですよ。
No, it wasn't.
アキハ様がおかわいそうです。恋人を連れてくるのでしたら、もっと普通の人を連れてきてあげてくださいな。
Well, fuck you too, Kohaku.
そうすれば、アキハ様も納得してくださったでしょうに。
Kohaku heaves a heavy sigh and chases after Akiha. Akiha doesn't after except our relationships? It's none of her business. Isui sees me off when I leave the mansion. I'm a little worried about Akia, but I don't think running after her would have helped, considering the root of her anger is Arquid. Though I feel bad, I'll have to wait until the vampire business is over.
でもどうだろう。考えたこともなかったけど。
I wonder though. I've never really thought about it before, but is telling her everything an option? She may not believe me. But maybe I should tell her about the vampires. They do endanger all of Soya, after all.
そうだよな。
Let's see.
例えばネットで噂話として流すとか。
Maybe I could say it's just something I saw on the internet? I take my phone out of my pocket as I walk. It wouldn't make for the most credible source. But I could write everything I know on some message board. And the interpretation would be up to the reader. Yelling at people to try and get them to believe you will only have the opposite effect. But if it's on the net, it may at least reach urban legend status.
もしもし、そこの君、ちょっと。
Eh? I stop. Turning around. Oh, this frickin' little... Oh my god, what's his name? Not this character's name. He reminds me of a character from Fate Grand Order. Oh, what's his name? Leaf? Dresses like a leprechaun? But his hair is exactly this color? No, not Kiritsugu! Why would I forget? The father of my husband! And I mean, Kiritsugu's in Fate Grand Order, but he's not, like, that in it that much. Oh god, what's his name? Na. Oh, come on. That was bothering me. It's the guy who was like, Live! Floros, that's it. This frickin' guy. This guy! See? It's the exact same hair color and texture. I see it, right? I just couldn't remember his name because he's like in chapter 1, like literally chapter 1 of part 1 of FGO. And then he I think he shows up in periodic flashbacks after that, but, like, that's about it. But yeah, just the hair and the texture, I was like, meh? The orange and the black, though, look like the Mage Association's uniform that, Olga Marie wore, though.
俺のことですか?
Are you talking to me? Are you talking to me? Hey! Are you talking to me?
うん、君。だって君以外にこんな道歩いてる子いないでしょ?
Yeah, you see anyone else around? It's got a point. And most the road leading up to the Tonal Mansion may see a couple cars passing by from time to time. But the only ones actually walking the street are probably me and our housekeepers.
それでさ、君さ、今この家から出てきたよね。もしかして中で働いている使用人さんの子かな?
Yeah, so you just came out of that giant house, right? You one of the employees or something?
ならラッキーだよ。すごくラッキー。あ、俺じゃなくて君がね。お小遣い欲しくない？遠野家の人の話とかちょっと知りたいんだよね。
Oh, really? I keep my distance. Art, hello. It's not because its overly casual way of talking bothers me. I'm actually more scared of just how serious he is. It's like every word is carefully crafted to ensure I'll let my guard down.
あ、もしかして野じ馬だと思われてる?
Ah, got me pegged for some kind of paparazzo, huh?
まあ野じ馬なんだけど、ちゃんと報酬弾むよ。
Well, you aren't wrong, but I'm good for a reward.
特に知りたいのは、ほら、最近帰ってきたっていう長男の話。来たばっかりで写真資料もなくてさ、どんな外見なのか、好きな食べ物とか好きな女の子のタイプとか、ぶっちゃけ何に弱いのか教え。
Well, who got him? Oh! Oh! The kill shot!
そこの抜けた鍋かてめえ。どう見てもそいつが党の指揮じゃねえか。
Mario! I thought this character was a girl at first, because I misread the katakana from Mario as Maria. I was so disappointed. Because they look just like Mordred! They look just like Mordred! They've got the saber face. I was like, goof it! No. An arrogant, rude boy is not as charming as an arrogant, rude girl. I'm just gonna say it. There's a child with them? Oh, that's rude. Behind the man is a boy who looks about 12 years old. He must be the one who kicked him in the balls.
マジっすか。全くブルジョワの匂いがしませんよね。
どんな匂いだそれ。金に匂いなんてねえだろ。それとも手垢の匂いってことか。金持ちはどいつもこいつも赤だらけってか。
The hell's that supposed to mean? You can tell someone's got money just by looking at them? What? It's supposed to carry a rich guy badge or something?
いえ、違います。成金だけ、一部の成金だけですってば。ほら、一日の半分を金勘定で浪費する高利貸しみたいな。
Yeah, well, he gets an allowance from his sister.
そりゃうちのジジイのことか。上司批判とは随分太いな、アンド。
That's supposed to be a jab at my old man? You got some fucking balls, Ando. I don't think he has them anymore. You kinda squashed them. What is happening? Maybe I should call the cops?
ああ、そこ。無言で110番コールしない。 なんで今時の若い子はドライに無駄なことばっかりするかな。ほら、俺これ。
え？
Oh, mistakes. The man is holding out a black ID. Maybe my first time ever seeing one, but I still recognize it as a badge.
警察手帳って、もしかして刑事さん？
Are you a detective?
そうだよ。怪しいもんじゃないよ。刑事さんだよ。警視庁捜査第一課、安藤優吾。
You go!
なのにさ、昨日から門前払いでさ。
Well, they probably know the badge is a fake, let's be real.
こっちはちょっと話を聞きたいだけなのに、アポ取れって一点張りでさ。なんで仕方なく国道へ張り込みしてたわけ。
Well, you're nice. I've never seen a more suspicious detective in my life. Still, though, regardless of whether that badge is real or not, I'd like to know more about why he's been stalked. He's been staking out my house. Mistakes! Mistake! What should I do? Something tells me I should avoid this guy. This supposed detective might be suspicious as hell, but it isn't like my actions the past few days have been squeaky clean either.
すみません。学校に遅れるので失礼します。
You'll have to excuse me. I'm late for school.
うちに用があるなら、しかるべき手続きを済ませてからどうぞ。
If you have business with my family, you'll need to make an appointment through the appropriate channels. I turn on my heel and start down the hill. Sticking around would only give them a chance to respond.
本当に行っちまったよ。
She actually
今日
left.
は顔だけでも覚えてもらって、今後ゆっくり話を聞かせてもらいたかったんだけどな。
Wanted to at least introduce myself and set up an appointment to chat some other time.
こりゃ出直しですかね、坊ちゃん。
Guess we'll have to try again later, huh, boss?
ああ、てめえの態度がアホすぎたからな。てめえ何年刑事やってやがる。貴重な時間を無駄に使ったんだ。てめえの貴重な給料も無駄に。
Fucked everything up, alright? Damn.
給料は無駄に減っていいものじゃないんですけど。
Oh my god, he's gumshoe. He's gumshoe! Hang on. Check something. Oh, Ayane Sakura. That's who the voice actor is. I thought it was Megumi Han because it sounded similar to stuff I heard her in recently, but nah. Ayane Sakura. I only know her girl voices. Oh, she's Bort. She's Bort in Land of the Lustrous for the people that were there for the watch along on Sunday. Oh, and Neural in Arc Knights. My waifu. My horse waifu. Oh yeah, and she's Awayuki in VTuber Legend. She's in a lot of stuff. You've definitely heard her in something. Oh, and Ochako in My Hero Academia, but that's like an entirely different end of her spectrum. Maybe I should have heard them out a little. I'm trying not to be afraid of dead ends. The rest of my day has been normal so far. It's fourth period, social studies. Our teacher recites dry textbook material from the front of the room. As I listen to the lecture, I take full advantage of my window seat and stare at my reflection. Oh, how do I get the menu open? There we go, flowchart. Trying to see some of the branching paths. So there was one there, two there. It looks like the scene doesn't branch off, I think. Well, I guess we'll find out. I can't focus. It's not that the lesson is boring. I just can't wrap my head around everything happening outside of school. A fire that claimed so many lives. A vampire terrorizing our home. How can I sit in class while knowing the truth about all of this? The answer is obvious. I'm abnormal. Most people would either lock themselves in their homes or run away. Yet, here I am, still trying to live a normal life. Trying to convince myself that vampires aren't worth giving up the life I've led up until now. But the truth is, I feel guilty giving this up. It makes me think about that conversation I had with Goto Saiki. To put it in his terms, education is an investment in one's future. Abandoning the future for a little safety now would be getting my priorities backwards. Really? But you can go back to school after, though. Like, it's not like as soon as you're like 18, they're like, oh no, you can never have an education. That's what your like GEDs are for. That's what like your certificate is for. Besides, I'm living on the Tono family's dime. I owe it to them to at least show up to school. It's not just my duty, it's my obligation. I don't know if I'm being overly compliant or stubborn. Maybe a little bit of both. Or just stupid. Probably stupid. Was that you? Was what me? What? What? You gotta explain! Master told me that to become a I heard a scream. Oh! No, that was not me. I mean, ad break just finished, but you have a sub, so that shouldn't be a problem. I don't know. I promise I am not screaming. I squint my eyes at the sun filtering through the windows. It wouldn't be an issue. Okay. There's only 20 minutes left till the end of 4th period. 5th period will be my last class for today. My thoughts drift to how I'll be working with Arquade. Again, once night falls, just wondering what it was. It scared me. Understandable. Maybe it's just the season. I swear I've been hearing weird noises too. The face in the window's reflection smiles back at me. I wipe the stupid grin off my face. Cute! He's how excited to see her! Our nighttime patrols aren't for fun. Why am I smiling? Ah! I hang up the phone. So why am I smiling like an idiot? 'Cause you like her. 'Cause you like her. Jeez. There's gotta be a limit to my daydreaming. Nope. No limit. No limit. I've even started hallucinating about her now. I can practically see her gracefully crossing the schoolyard. Oh no, she's here, Shiki. She's here. Wait, are you freaking kidding me? I'll lean over a little to get a better look. Careful not to interrupt class or be noticed for that matter. Please tell me my eyes are playing tricks on me. Nope. Not hallucination. That was me, yes. Regrettably, I'm still sane. Any way you cut it, this is reality. So the question becomes whether that damn vampire has gone completely bonkers. What am I supposed to do? What is she planning? Will my school life be able to survive if I leave her unsupervised? Deep breaths. Calm down. Everything's okay. The other students haven't noticed, and I don't hear any nearby classes making a fuss. Thankfully, it looks like she's only visible from this classroom. This goddamn weapon of mass destruction! Cradling my head, I curse her with all my heart. But that isn't going to help me fix this mess. There's 20 minutes until lunch. I can't even imagine the chaos she could wreck with that much time on her hands. I'll focus on class with all I've got. I feel like if we ignore her, this girl will jump to the third floor of the building. The goddess of war favors the swift. This growing calamity needs to be nipped in the bud. I should get her out of here before she causes some kind of trouble.
先生、気持ち貧血なので保健室に行ってきます。
Balled to fists, I single-mindedly make my way to the door. There's no time to wait for the teacher's permission. I slip out of the room while everyone's still trying to register what happened. Ain't it nice to be chronically ill? No one questions why you're going to the nurse's office.
あ、来た来た。
There you
そん
are.
な全力で走ってくるなんて、仕切ったら元気なんだ。
Look at you running around. You sure have a lot of energy. I stare at her gobsmacked. When did she get here? She must have looped all the way around from the schoolyard to the courtyard. Velmo, hello. Ugh, thank goodness there aren't any classes faces in this direction.
でも、学校って狭くてシンプルなんだね。
Your school's pretty simple. Pretty small, huh? It was easy to find my way around.
外から見た感じ、もっと硬くて頑丈で、アリ塚みたいにバーッと広がってると思ったのにな。
It looks bigger on the outside. I guess I always pictured it as an anthill. You know, like it would just keep going once you get inside.
これじゃ普通の建物だよね。うん、子犬っぽい感じで私は好きだけど。
It has a certain quaint charm, but I was hoping. Ow!
お前ちょっと来い。
Come with me? No! There's no time for pleasantries. I take Arquade's hand and start running without another word. Our destination is behind the gym, far away from prying eyes. Ah, yes, where people get their toes licked. If you watched my Iwahime playthrough, you know. God, I still can't believe. That's why I added the quantifier. Yeah, it's a horror visual novel we've been playing. And yeah, for whatever reason, there's just one single scene, just once in the game it shows up, and like someone's foot fetish got put in the game, and I'm like, why? This isn't even a romance visual novel, technically. It's just straight up horror. Why? Why is this here? Trust me, no one was more flabbergasted and embarrassed than me. I couldn't read the scene. I was just pressing buttons as quick as I could. Like, no.
ちょっと、こんなところに連れ込んでどういうつもり？
Like, I'm sorry. I thought we signed up for like body horror and scary monsters and curses, not 16-year-old dude wants his toes snacked on. I'm like, okay. What are you doing hauling me here?
ここ全然面白くない。
This place is no fun at all. Arquette isn't happy, but it's not like any part of the campus is fun in the first place.
どういうつもりか。そりゃこっちのセリフだ。
What am I doing? That's what I should be asking you.
お前歩く爆弾かなんかなのか。
You walking time bomb? Wow, that's kind of harsh, you know?
Eh? 歩く爆弾って私が？
Me? Oh my god, look at the ears!
そうだよ。それでも控えめな描写だよ。
Yes, and that's putting it lightly.
あのな、なんだって昼間から歩き回って、かつ俺の学校にやってきてるんだ。お前、昼間は弱くなるんだろう。傷だって治ってないよな。なら、夜までおとなしく休んでいるのが吸血鬼ってやつじゃないのか。
What do you think you're doing? Come to my school in the middle of the afternoon? I thought you were weak during the day, and you're still injured, right? Aren't you vampires supposed to rest until nightfall?
それはそうだけど。
Oh my god, the ears! I mean, I guess, but...
シキが手伝ってくれるんだし、昼間のうちに手がかりを見つけておこうかなって。
Since you'll be helping me out, I wanted to see if I could find any clues during the
今日み
daytime.
たいにシキに無駄なことはさせられ。
I didn't want to waste your time like I did yesterday.
それこそ余分な気遣いだっての。協力すると言った以上、どんな作業だって一緒にやるんだから、夜まで待っててくれよ。
You don't need to worry about that. I said I'll help, so I will, with all of that too. But you need to wait until night!
俺を心配させて楽しいのか、お前は。
Do you enjoy making me wait? Or enjoy making me worry or something?
うん。ごめんなさい。
You're right. I'm sorry.
いや、分かってくれればいいって。
Oh, look at that face. It's okay as long as you realize what Huh?
だから心配させてごめんなさい。
I said I'm sorry for making you worry. I could swear I just heard my heart emit a single audible thump. I never thought she would apologize. Honestly, I was expecting this to escalate. Well, what am I even supposed to do if she's looking at me like that?
でも式も悪いんだよ。下からずっと見てたのに私に気が
But
ついて
you're
く
at
れない
fault too, you know? You took so long to notice me.
どこから中に入っていいのかわからないし、いっそのこと式のいるとこまで駆け上がるところだったんだから。
Oh, good thing I didn't ignore her. I didn't know where I should enter from, so I was about to just jump up to
いや
you.
待て、駆け上がるって3階の俺の教室まで。
Hold on. Jump? Up to the third floor?
ええ、デコボコもあって足場には困りそうにないし、飛びやすいでしょ、あそこ。
Yeah, there's plenty of room to stand up there, and it looks like a pretty easy jump. I take it back. She's as clueless as ever.
助かった。そんなことされてたら授業どころの話じゃなかった。
Ugh, good thing you did it. My class would have lost their collective minds. I let out a relieved sigh. She probably went mostly unnoticed out in the
と
schoolyard.
にかく反省したんならいい。
Well, I guess it's okay as long as you know what you did wrong.
それでうちの学校に何の用なんだよ。手がかりを探しているとか言ってたけど。
So, what are you doing here anyway? You said you were looking for
何
clues.
ってただの調査よ。ローラー作業ってやつ？死者の気配がないんだもの。足で手がかりを見つけないとね。
Just some investigating, of course. I'm looking around everywhere I can think of since I can't sense any of the dead.
それはご苦労様。今が夜だったらなお言うことないけどな。
I appreciate the effort. I'd appreciate it even more if it was night.
次からは気をつけるわ。
Okay, I'll be more careful.
それでこの辺りを歩いているうちに四季の匂いがして、そういえばここって四季の通っている学校なんだって気がついたら。
She's like a puppy! Is that boy smell? I smell boy smell! Boy smell!
校庭に入ってきたと。
That's why you came all the way into the schoolyard?
猫かと思ったけど、犬かお前は。
I always thought you were like a cat, but it turns out you were a dog all alone.
失礼ね。ちゃんと確証があったからやってきたのよ。
Rude! I was being productive and following a lead.
他の場所に比べてここは死者の気配がないんだもの。どんなものか実際に見ておかないとまずいでしょ。
Compared to other places, there's no sign of the dead here. Don't you think that's worth checking
い
out?
や、まずくないだろう。死者の気配がないんなら関係ないってことなんだから。
Yeah, but considering how many there are all over town, it's weird for there to be absolutely nothing, I'm guessing.
実際学校では事件も事故も起きないし、夜になると誰もいなくなる。死者が人間を襲おうとしたら学校じゃなく街に出るだろう。
Nothing happens at school and everyone leaves at the end of the day, so the place is empty at night.
まあそういえばそうだけど。
Well, yeah. I guess
ここ
so.
に異常なんかないよ。吸血鬼の気配はわからないけど、俺だって死を見る目を持ってるんだ。死者が歩いてればメガネをつけていても異常だって気がつくし。
There's nothing weird going on here. I don't know about your vampire senses or whatever, but I have my eyes. If there were zombies walking around, I would have noticed, even with my glasses on.
わかったわ。
Alright, I get it.
四季がそう言うんならここに異常はないかもしれない。
If you insist there's nothing suspicious here, then maybe you're
ないかも
right.
しれないじゃなくて。
Not
ないんだ
maybe.
って実際。
There's nothing here. Trust me. Arquay doesn't look convinced.
やば、昼休みになっちゃったか。
It's already lunchtime. Now that students will start wandering around outside, our hiding spot behind the gym just got a lot less secure.
とにかくこれ以上ここにい
We
られる
shouldn't
と
stay
騒ぎ
here.
ちゃんと約束は守るからお前は早く帰って体を休めておくこと。今日の夜にも敵とやらに出会うかもしれないんだか
I
ら。
promise I'll see you later, so please go home and rest. You might even meet your target tonight, you know?
ふん、なんだか私を追い出したいみたいな口ぶりねしき。そんなにここにいられると迷惑？
So you're kicking me out? Am I really that much of a bother? I mean, do we really want to explain to the school why there's an unauthorized person on the premises?
迷惑じゃないけど、いろいろ頭が痛いんだよ。
I wouldn't exactly call you a bother, but you're definitely too stressful.
気に入ったならまた都合のいい時に案内してやるから、今は早く外に出てくれ。
If you want a school tour, we can figure out a better time, but you really need to go now. We just have to get her a visitor pass. I mean, that barely worked in Fate's Day night. When they brought Saber to school. I pushed Arquaid from the back. Oh, those eyes. Arquaid makes to leave, though it does seem like there's a word or two she'd still like to say. The tension finally drains from my body as I sigh. I should go eat something to build up some energy for tonight. Huh? Did I just hear a sound from behind the rack? I casually walk to the shadowy section at the back. There's no one here. It was probably just a stray cat or something. Suspiciouser and suspiciouser. Very sus. Very, very sus. Well, unfortunately, stream's a little shorter than usual because we had technical difficulties at the beginning, but I do gotta, unfortunately, wrap up. Cute. I gotta get to sleep. Well, not right away, but soon. I gotta shower, take my meds, and then sleep. But tomorrow we are starting something new that I've been putting off forever. It was on sale recently, so I finally got it. We are gonna start Fate Samurai Remnant, not Fate's Day Night. Eventually, once we finish Tsukihime, we'll do Fate's Day Night. But Fate Samurai Remnant is fun, hacky slashy. I sure hope it's Nikkei. I mean, I already play Nikkei occasionally. I've gotten bored of it though. You finished the main story? Very nice. I am here for Jolter and Musashi, mainly. But yes, that will be tomorrow at 7 p.m. EST. I know, like, the barest of bones about the story. Like that you save by petting... Is it cats or is it dogs? I can't remember. Not Tamamo? No, Tamamo is not... Tamamo is I want to be her kind of thing. I mean, she's a little bit of a waifu, but not as much as, like, Nero and Musashi and Jolter. I mean, Little Tamamo is super freaking cute, though. Yellow Tamamo? I just remember the frickin' anime short of her trying to draw her sword, and she can't, so she's just chasing her tail round and round. I like Tamamo's design. She is great. I do really like her, but mostly, because I mean, don't spoil me if I'm incorrect, but as far as I know, the only Tamamo in Samurai Remnant is the child version of Tamamo, so it's like, I love her, she's adorable. But she's not a waifu in this game. Oh, whoops. Yeah. I occasionally turn them on and off. I'm gonna assume this wasn't a spoiler you were trying to share. Because in which case you deserved the bonk. Okay, good. I can still see the link on my end, so... But yeah, I had to start banning links because of the spam we were getting, so... She's just eating glue, oh my god. You are always welcome to put that stuff in the you're always welcome to put that stuff in the Discord. We have a meme, we have a meme channel and stuff. But yes, that will be tomorrow at 7 p.m. EST. Get to go finally play some more Fate. Hooray! Boop, 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 boop. Alright, let's see. Yeah, let's see who... Thank you so much for a stream. Of course, thank you for stopping by. Nice to have an assortment of people here, even when I am, How will I offer my art commissions when links are disabled? Yeah, pretty much. That's why I made that joke post, because now it's like, literally, you just have to say the magic words, and they just seem to appear like, hi, how are you? You need artists? No, get out of here. Get out of here. Let's see who I can toss you guys at. We've got like the weirdest options tonight. Junie is gonna be streaming 16, but since we are eventually gonna play that, I don't know if I want to send you guys there. Bye, bye, or I'm not quite gone yet. But very soon. Is there? Clive will wait for us. Hi, bye. Oh, Kitty, were you sleeping under the desk? I'm sorry. I think I accidentally booped my cat with my foot. Whoops. Who do we got? Who do we got? Alright, let me see. Got someone in recommends who's playing Monster Hunter World, which is definitely most of chat's cup of tea. Let me see. This is why I usually just default to whoever I follow, because there's so many options. Sure, yes please recommendation. I'm stuck. I can never pick when there's like no one that we follow, because I literally get, decision paralysis. I recommend myself. Are you streaming, Luna? Are you actually, though? I can do it? Well, Zon, who do you got? You gotta already be streaming, Luna. I apologize. Lava slug. Lava slug. Alrighty, let's go. A peaceful educational game. Interesting. Alright. I will send you guys over to Lava then. DD raid as a per usual for Steam message. Alright, I'm finally out of here. Alrighty, that's it for me. So, if it's daytime where you are, have a wonderful rest of your day. If it's nighttime, have a great rest when you head on off to bed. And until next time, take care of yourself, wash your face, brush your teeth, eat good food, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye! Bye-bye-bye!